If you're looking for a phone with a 4K display, a beautiful design, the only professional cameras on the smartphone, a phone that rumbles in your hand when playing music or playing games, a phone that's different, not like your traditional smartphone, and just received Android 12 update. Welcome to the Sony One Mark II, a device that's not for the average consumer, but a device that's for the prosumer. What's up, everybody? This is the Tech Preacher. So I gave the Sony One Mark II a hard time in the past, and I redeemed myself by making a rebuttal video about all the mistakes I made when reviewing the Sony One Mark II. But now it has received Android 12 updates. Let me give you my thoughts about it, and let's have some fun. Sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video, and the Sony One Mark II brings a completely different UI with Android 12. Very close to Pixel stock with Material U design, which gives you a all smooth and clean look of Android 12. Look, one thing that impressed me about the One Mark II is that, wow, this phone is fast. When opening up apps and scrolling through the UI, this phone is very fast. See, that goes to show you that with software updates and some UI enhancements, there's no need to upgrade to the newer devices. The Sony One Mark II is a device that makes my point that you don't have to upgrade every year. Now, why do I say that Sony One Mark II and Sony flagships are not for the general average consumer? First, let's talk about the design. It's a 21:9 aspect ratio. When you look at this aspect ratio, this is not a traditional smartphone. Traditional smartphones don't have 21:9 aspect ratio. Now, when you look at this device, it has a headphone jack. That's not a traditional smartphone. Most smartphones don't have headphone jacks. Also, it has professional features, unlike traditional smartphones. Features like an external monitor mode. If you are in the Sony Alpha camera ecosystem and you have a Sony mirrorless camera, you can use your Sony phone as a monitor by using the app. Next, this device has 3 native camera apps. One is the regular camera app, which is okay, not your traditional smartphone camera app, but it's okay. It has what's called Photo Pro, which has all the professional settings that you need to get a great shot, but putting it in Lightroom to add a little color and enhancements. So you do have to put some work in it. The good thing about these cameras is that you have full control over the 16mm lens that's on this device, the 24mm lens, and the 70mm lens. Plus, it has burst shots, RAW support, plus RAW and JPEG support, and much more. Next, you have a full Cinema Pro app on here where you could treat this device as a full professional mirrorless camera with great cinematic profiles such as soft monochrome and much more. So this thing is feature packed for professionals. So when you use the Sony One Mark II cameras, you are using it as a filmmaker or a videographer. So this is not a just point and shoot camera. They got iPhones and Galaxy phones for that. This is a professional grade camera system for pros. I believe people got the wrong idea about what and who is this phone for. I believe the biggest reasons why a lot of tech reviewers didn't review this device right, that's including me, is that they didn't understand the purpose of this device. The purpose of this phone is totally different from your average phone. This device is not a traditional smartphone. This device is for the people who want a pro camera system with smartphone features. Now, let me say that again. I believe that this device is a professional camera with smartphone features. Also, this device has a beautiful 4K display with good vivid colors that's outstanding. I mean, very good. Not only that, but it's very fast with the A65 processor with 8 gigs of RAM. You can get this device with 12 gigs of RAM if you want. Now, it does have expandable storage and 256 gigs to boot with this device. But there's some cons about this phone. Let's talk about some of the cons. First, this device is still on the high-end side. Look, I looked on Amazon and this phone is still hovering above $1,000. So this device is still a high-end premium device, even though it's almost 2 years old. Next, battery life on here. 4,000 milliamp battery is kind of low. I'm not getting through the day with this battery life going off and on reviewing this phone. The battery life on here is not the greatest. Next, let's talk about future support with this device. This phone came out with Android 10. Now we at Android 12. So back in 2020, most companies stated that they will only support devices for 2 to 3 years. That means that the Sony One Mark II may be at end of life. You might get 1 more year of software updates, but it's not even about that. It's all about the professionalism with this device. But yes, you need to know that. So if you invest in this device in 2022, you should know that this device came out with Android 10 and it already received 2 major software updates. So I don't know how long this phone will get support. So this phone here is for the professionals. It does so much for professionals that it needs to be labeled as a professional device because it does a lot. I believe it's professional first and phone second. That's what I'm talking about. So we got the update. Android 12 on this device. Woo! Sony knocking it out the park. And I'm gonna tell you, this phone is good for what it can do. Man, I love these devices. This is like the Tech Preacher from Easy Computer Solution. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Sony One Mark II in all its glory. See you guys on the next video. Peace.